Welcome to Android Weekly on Butterscotch.com, the show that bushwhacks through the jungle of Android news to get to what's important to you, or at least to me. I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. On this week's show, native video calling coming to an Android near you, Android caught up in the location data fray, and Android offers more freebies than iOS. Also, Kate Abraham brings us her review of Congregate and the wealth of games it provides. But before we jump in, we show our friends over at Hover.com some love. Hover.com is the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. In addition to great customer service to answer any questions that may arise, Hover also does email. Any domain you buy can have email associated with it. If you were to email andrew@morecrispin.me or andrew@morecrispin.com for that matter, I'd get your email. It really doesn't get much more custom than that. If I were shopping my resume around, which, just to be clear to the powers that be, I'm not, my custom email address sitting atop my otherwise unspectacular resume might actually give me a shot of landing a job. Get 10% off domain registration and/or email by going to hover.com/Android. Despite the fact that we have no real intention of using it, we've been waiting on native video calling on Android ever since the first front-facing cameras started to appear on handsets. It looks like the wait may be over. On Android tablets, video calls are already supported via Google Talk. Handset users are left out in the cold though. Perhaps not for much longer. A Samsung application manager with the Twitter handle Mafia303 tweeted about his experience trying video calling on Samsung's Nexus S. We looked at Google I/O, the Google Developers Conference starting on May 10th, as the place for the unveiling. Given that Honeycomb tablet users can already chat with Gmail or Google Talk users on PC or Mac, this could be the cross-platform development that's required to make video calling actually matter. With a degree of schadenfreude, we watched Apple get roasted for the way it collects and subsequently stores and cloaks GPS location data. And now we watch as Google gets pulled in too. For its part, Google claims that all location data collected on handsets running its Android operating system is anonymous and entirely opt-in. Anyone that remembers the debacle of a couple of years ago when Google got dinged for collecting data from Wi-Fi networks as its Google Maps cars tooled around towns might be feeling a little déjà vu. A couple of angry Android users have already filed suit against Google for claimed privacy breaches. They claim that their HTC Inspire 4G phones track their whereabouts in much the same way a court-ordered location device does. A court-ordered device such as the fashionable GPS anklets sported by the likes of, well, many a young Hollywood starlet after repeatedly running afoul of the law. iPhone-switching Android users don't need a study to confirm this little fact. For everyone else, it's official. Android's market offers up more freebies than iOS. Apparently, the Android market has 134,342 free apps on offer, where iOS is about 13,000 shy of that mark. Last week we talked about how iOS developers get paid on average 11% more for their work, where Android devs tend toward the ad-supported model. This latest study coming from the Wireless Foundation would seem to confirm that. As Android's market and market share continue to grow, we expect to see that gap shrink and disappear. We all know that Android is on the fast track to having the largest app store going. What's interesting though is the current landscape. iOS has the most apps. Android is in second, and in third it's Windows Phone 7. BlackBerry and its app world are apparently only managing to beat out Symbian and the Ovi Store in a distant fourth position. All the more reason for BlackBerry to align itself with Android to access the Android market. We're waiting. For our review of the day, we throw it over to Kate Abraham, who's taking a look at Congregate for Android and the wealth of Flash games it gives you access to.
If you love playing games on your Android phone, then I have just the app for you. And this isn't just one game, it's a whole arcade full of high-quality games and puzzles from the people at Congregate. Congregate Arcade puts over 400 free mobile Flash games at your fingertips, with new titles being added all the time. You'll find there's pretty much something for everyone. Firstly, this app requires a Flash player, so ensure that you have version 10.1 or higher installed on your phone. The home page is very easy to navigate. If you're looking for a specific game, click on the magnifying glass to search for it. If, however, you like specific genres, click on the game icon and then select your favourite style from the drop-down menu. You can also sort by rating or newest. You can randomly select a game from the scroll wheel of hot new games at the bottom of the home page. Just click on something you like, review the details, and then click Play Now. This then takes you to Congregate.com's mobile site, so make sure you have a steady internet connection during the entire playtime. Remember that you'll need to register an account to save scores and badges, or you can play as you go without saving.
Well, that's all the news that's fit to Google for this week. For full show notes, news posts, links, and to subscribe to the show, visit Butterscotch.com. Until next week, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin.